Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm continuing on with part 2 of the 52 most interesting things you probably didn't know about Jacksonville, Florida. So let's get right into it. My name's Nicole Smith. I'm a realtor here in Metro Jacksonville, Florida. I've been living here for over 10 years, and some of these items I'm mentioning, I didn't even know. So if you haven't seen the first half, make sure you go watch that also. But it doesn't really matter if you watch part 2 first or part 1 first. Let's get started. I'm on number 27. Theater Jacksonville has been around even longer than the Florida Theater. So just to recap, because of how they worded this article that I read here, it has been around since 1919, and that was known as the Little Theater of Jacksonville. So number 28 on our list is one of the oldest continually operating community theaters in the country. So that's interesting. Now, the Sunray Cinema at 5 Points is another historic venue in Jacksonville dating back to 1927, and it was the first movie theater in the state with the capability to show movies with sound. Now, this theater is actually might be closing down, and the owners are considering closing it down. This is some news lately, and I'm hoping that they decide not to close it down. But they are interested in our other theater in World Golf Village, the IMAX theater. So we'll see how that plays out. The number 30 is the Ritz Theater, was built in 1929. And it is a mecca for African American culture in the state. That is still running here. I've never been to it, but I've driven past it. It is right downtown. Number 31 is Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, Ella Fitzgerald, Cab Calloway, and other jazz legends performed at the Ritz Theater in the early days. And even Ray Charles played there for a year as a teenager. How about that? Now, number 32, downtown's annual weekend-long jazz festival is the second biggest jazz festival in the U.S., and I have been to that. And it is also another one of those events where you can bring a chair and listen. If you don't love music, I mean, come on. There's so many different genres that started here. It is quite incredible. And the fact that we have different events and different festivals going on all the time, you are sure to find yourself getting entertained if you live here or if you decide to move here. Another event that takes place here, which I've also been to, is the World of Nations celebration. It's been running every year since 1993. It is North Florida's biggest multicultural event. And you can experience so many different genres of food, and it is very, very cool to go there. Number 34 on the list since 2007, the city's Gate River Run has been the largest 15K race in the nation. I don't run, so I didn't know this, but I've heard of this race, but I didn't know it was the largest. So that is quite interesting. Number 35 on my list is the first race was in 1978, and it was known as the Jacksonville River Run back then. So now it's the Gate River Run. 36 on the list is Jacksonville hosts the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. A facetious name for the annual college football rivalry game between the University of Florida Gators and the University of Georgia Bulldogs. It is one of the few instances of such a game still held on neutral turf. And I believe that they're going to be taking a break for the next few years with that. So We'll see. I'm sure there's something going on. We'll hear more about that. Number 37 on our list is this has been going on in the city almost every year since 1915 and every year since 1933 with only 2 exceptions. So I believe we are coming up on changing some of these stats because I heard on the news that they're not going to be having it for the next few years here. We'll have to see. But let me tell you, it is quite an interesting weekend. If you go out and about and you're seeing people wearing their fan hats and jackets and t-shirts, oh yeah. And a lot of Gator fans come here. A lot of Gator fans and a lot of Bulldog fans. And it's all fun and games, but I hear that, they have a really good time. They camp there, they have barbecues, and they tailgate, and it's a good time. Never been, but if you have, make sure you leave me a comment below and tell me what you think. So number 38 on our list is Jacksonville also hosts the biggest kingfish fishing tournament every year at the AT&T Greater Jacksonville Kingfish Tournament. And this tournament was held in 1981. So that was the first year it took place. So if you're into fish and fishing, maybe you've been to that. Let me know in the comments. All right, we're going on to number 39. Now, Kona Skate Park is the oldest outdoor skate park in the U.S. and it may be the oldest one in the world. I don't know who does this fact checking. I don't know. But I have been there. I do not skate, but I did go by to see it, and I did know this about Bill having the oldest skate park. That is pretty cool. If you're into skateboarding, maybe you've been there. Let me know in the comments. Number 40 is the Friendship Fountain in the city's St. John River Park. Was at one point the world's tallest and biggest fountain when it was completed in 1965. Now, it was closed down for quite a few years and reopened this year, and I went down there at night, and it is so beautiful. And they have colors, and they have music playing, and they even have some silent disco parties down there sometimes. And if you're doing a sip and stroll, you can go past it. It is really, really nice. So if you ever do come to Jacksonville, make sure you check out the Friendship Fountain. It is really, really pretty. And number 41 on our list is it was capable of shooting 17,000 gallons of water per minute up to 10 stories high. That is pretty cool. And it is beautiful, so make sure you make it a point to stop by and see that. Number 42 on the list is the Morocco Temple, built in 1910 through 1911, is the oldest shrine temple in Florida. So they do also have different events at the Morocco Temple. Number 43 on the list is the Coomer Museum of Art and Gardens is noted for its collection of Messian porcelain, which is one of 3 of its kind and quality in the world. Now, I've been to this museum. It is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. It is on the river. And if you love experiencing art and garden and even a restaurant, it's a really wonderful day to spend at that museum. Number 44 on our list is the Jacksonville is the site of the 10 Karplus Manuscript Library museums in the country, which together contains the largest private collection of documents and manuscripts. Okay, that's something I didn't know, and I don't even know if I pronounced it right, but maybe you know what I'm talking about. I don't even know what that is, so I'll be really honest with you. Number 45 on the list is the highest point in the city is only 40 feet above sea level. So you can imagine we are a very flat city, very flat. You will not see any kind of hill or mountain here at all. Nothing. That's quite funny. 46 on my list is the highest man-made point in the tip of downtown's Bank of America Tower, which is 42 stories and 617 feet tall. That's the highest man-made point. Now, number 47. I spoke about the James Point Bridge in my other part of this video. The James Point Bridge was the longest cable-stayed concrete bridge in the world when it was completed in 1989. Not sure if it still is, but it was. And it was now the second longest in the Western Hemisphere. Let me tell you, that bridge is long and steep. And if you're up there on a windy day, you better watch yourself. I've seen 18-wheelers get thrown on the side on that thing. So be very mindful if you're crossing that bridge on a windy day. Number 48, this bridge is 10,646 feet long and rises 174 feet over the St. Johns River. And it cost $117 million to construct. These are some interesting facts I'm sure you didn't know, but maybe you did. Let me know. Number 49, we're getting close to the end, folks. Bear with me. Jacksonville runs the nation's largest urban park system, and it entails more than 335 locations and covers more than 80,000 acres. And this I did know about, and I have referenced it in quite a few of my videos. So if you love the outdoors, you could always put this on your list to go in every single location. That could be a list for you. It would be very interesting, and you could get a lot of walking and steps in, or bike riding, or bird watching, or whatever you like to do. This could be a really cool thing to put on your to-do list. Now, number 50, downtown's Hemming Plaza was the city's park, and the city founder, Isaiah Hart, established it as a public square in 1857. I've been to the plaza many times, and I did not know that. And number 51, Treaty Oak, a southern live oak tree in downtown Jessie Ball DuPont Park, is estimated to be 250 years old. And it is believed to be the oldest living thing in Jacksonville, even predating the city's founding. I have been there, and I'll make sure we post pictures of this. It is very, very cool. And number 52, drum roll, please. In spite of Florida's status as hurricane hotspot, Jacksonville has been only hit with one direct hurricane in 1871. So that is it, folks. 52 items. I broke it into 2 parts so I wouldn't bore you, but I thought these points were quite interesting. And if you did, make sure you like, comment, and share. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you're thinking about making a move here in either 2 weeks, 2 months, or even 2 years, make sure you go down into the comment section. I'm going to leave a link to my calendar, and I would love to have a conversation with you. So set it up in my calendar. Let's chat about your thoughts, your plans, and what you're thinking about. I want to be your go-to agent here in Metro Jacksonville. And if this video wasn't as useful for your thought process to make this decision, make sure you go check out one of those other videos, because I've toured a lot of different communities. I have a lot of tips and tricks for you, and I'm here to add value, to inform you, to give you the information that I think is important for you to make your move. I moved my family and I here from Canada over 10 years ago. I know what it takes, and whether you're moving from California, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Illinois, Michigan, Indiana, New York, California, wherever you're moving from, I know how to get you from point A to point B, and I can help it make that transition smooth, calm, and very, very, very fun. My name is Nicole Smith, and I'm living the dream here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I want you to also be living your best life. So, Jacksonville, Florida might, just might, be the city for you. Thanks so much, friends. And remember, life's too short not to love where you're living. And I'm living the dream in Jacksonville, Florida. Bye for now.